sometimes you think you have a lot of time to create momentum. You don't. Their camp has a shot. They have a shot. But when's the last time you heard a story about that?
But he's not a candidate yet.
It doesn't matter. You still start marketing. There's many people that weren't candidates that they were branding and marketing way before. So,
well, the book was an attempt at that, but I think your point about that is...
But he didn't do a good job promoting his book. I'm sorry. That book was a lazy method of marketing. Go on so many... that book should be in top 10 for 6 straight months if you would have gone... Has he gone on your podcast? Has he talked to you guys?
On radio, but not in a while. He didn't
When's
come
the
on to talk about the book.
So let me get this straight. You guys replace Rush, and he hasn't come on to you. I understand you don't want to come here because I challenge all the time. You guys support him. You replace Rush. He hasn't been on your podcast? How?
He came on.
By the way, and here's my question before you defend him. Since the launch of the book.
I'm trying to remember.
Since the launch of the book.
He came on the day the book released.
There we go.
And did he promote the book?
Yeah, for 10 minutes. I mean, he was on for a 10-minute hit.
That's not really.
No, I mean, you're preaching to the choir. Like
I think he is so marked. I think he is a strong leader. I think he has an incredible resume. I don't know why they're not telling the story. It's almost as if he's not going to run. If you're not going to run, then I support it on what you're doing. Maybe you're not going to be running, and that's your strategy, and none of us know shit. Fine. But if you are going to run, what's he going to do if he gets on your podcast for an hour? All he's going to get is nice questions, and he's going to be able to defend himself, and the audience is going to see a different side of him. How many people like that could he have gone on? You, Megyn Kelly. So many different places he could have gone on. No, why don't you? Well, because he hasn't announced it yet. But you launched a damn book. Who's the marketing team?
I think the Trump people have landed so many blows that
it's a one-way war, and a one-way war only goes in one direction. So far, that's the way it's been.
I think when you have the resume that he has, all you have to say is the answer he keeps giving. Listen, guys, everybody wants it to be me against Trump. I'm not going to fall for that. All I'm going to tell you is our resume. I won by 34,000 votes the first time.
Yeah,
because Trump helped us out. Yes, that is true. He said it in his book multiple times. Second time, 1.5 million. That wasn't without the help. Here's who we were able to convert. While the states were doing this, we went against the grain. They said this, we did this. Here's what happened in Florida. Look how many people are coming to us from New York. We're recruiting cops. He just have to say that. Like there was one time I saw a video that were making fun of The Rock to promote a movie. And he was on 20 different interviews, and he used the same exact line. And I'll go, look at him. He's just that's what he's supposed to do. You're supposed to go say that to different audiences, even if people catch you or not. That's part of your job.
You're going to have us back in the summer when he's a candidate so we can actually see how the campaign is doing.
I'd like to do two more stories before we wrap up.
PBD, pay attention to one date. The Florida legislative session ends May 5th.
Yeah.
So by May 5th, right after that, we should be looking.
By when do we choose the Republican candidate? Well, when is the date?
March.
When is the primary?
The super
we'll have
early
in
24?
10 months from now. We'll know probably who the nominee is.
Okay, so May, that's a month from now. So he announces, say, second, third week of May. So he's got 9 months. After you launched your book that you haven't promoted yet, what are you going to go back and re-promote a book that you launched 3 months ago? I'm a marketer, guys. I'm not a politician. I'm a marketer. From the marketing standpoint, that's not a good marketing strategy.
You don't think he's going to hit the blitzkrieg this summer? You don't think he's going to decide that when he's actually running as a candidate, all of a sudden you're probably not going to get him out of your green room?
I hope I'm wrong. I hope so, because I think he's got a great resume. And I'm just, to me, you know when the coach gets upset at Steph Curry one game, I'll never forget. It's like, can I ask you why you're not shooting threes? You shot 2 threes today. What's the matter with you? What's the matter with you? Shoot the damn threes. You're our best guy. Go. Play ball, bro. Let's go. It's like, shit, you're right. And then all the teammates are like, dude, I don't care if you go 0 for 10.
Yeah.
You're the best three-point shooter. Go. Let's roll. That's the part where it's like, this is a phenomenal candidate. You have an incredible resume coming from the biggest shit show for 2.5 years, and you came up above everybody. There's not a governor that's above him in America during COVID with all the manipulation, everybody targeting his ass. He stood out. The more you wait, the more those stories are gone. What are we doing? Like, who the hell is going out there speaking for you? Who's going out there selling this stuff for you? My frustration is a complete different frustration.
Can I tell you?
It's got nothing to do with policies.
One quick thing. I know you want to get to the Elon thing. I just would say there are a lot of people that I think would speak out about that stuff on the right, and they are afraid of Trump. They're afraid of their.
But then you don't. Then you should fire yourself.
You dismiss.
Then
No, but I'm
you
saying
should
you're
quit.
asking why
then
is there more conversation?
those people, if there are people like that, you should resign. Because if you're doing this type of stuff, I'll never forget this. There was a book I read, business book, and I want to give this guy credit. I don't know who wrote it. When I found out, I'm going to give the credit. When you're coming up, you always have these 2 or 3 names that you think you need, because without them, you're never going to be as big as you're doing a show. Oh my God, if we land that interview, oh my God, if we raise money from that guy, oh my God, listen, man. You think you need that one interview, that one guest, that whatever to validate you. If you're good enough and you're fair with your audience and you're straight up, and there's a part of you that respects the audience, but there's a part of you that's not going to cave into your audience trashing you because you don't say what they want you to say. I'm not doing that, bro. This is what I believe. You don't like it, go talk to somebody else that you think you're going to agree with 100% of the time. That's not my ass. So the people that are afraid of that, they should quit today because they don't belong in the journalistic world. Talk shit to both sides, give your opinion, support, give your values and principles, and then from there on, see what happens. Defend your values and principles. I'm very open about the values and principles I defend. You guys got the top show, radio. I'm sorry, guys.
You're preaching to the choir.
Yeah,
I would call into our show unscheduled all the time to talk for 5 to 7 minutes.
And you know who did that? This guy named Donald.
Yeah.
He did that all the time. This guy named Donald.
Best story I've got for Trump really quickly. First time I had him on the radio show, he's president of the United States. He called the show himself. You guys know the PR apparatus that exists for like low-level non-entities? Mm-hmm. He would call the show himself and come on.
You call that a hustler. That's what you call that. And you know what? I respect the hustle.
He's a marketer.
Yeah. And by the way, you're going against a marketer.
Yep.
You're going against a marketer. You ain't going against. You beat him. You could beat the other guy. It's almost like, how sometimes there's an NBA championship and you're like, this ain't the freaking championship. Nobody watches it because the championship was the Eastern Conference Finals. The hell are we doing here? You beat the Eastern Conference Final. You could win it all and get a chip today. There's a lot could change between now and 5 years from now, 4 years from now. So I don't know. My level of frustration is that you think you have more time than you actually have. Where is the sense of urgency? Where is that? Where's the sense of urgency with that?
The comparison, though, to understanding no one has understood the media and been the same kind of force that Donald Trump has been.
That's your opponent.
Period.
So that so you know what that means, though. Here's what that means. You know what I do? This is what I do if I'm DeSantis' camp. Hey, Schwartzman, do you really support us? Yes. Who's the best marketer you know? We want to meet with them. Hey, XYZ Musk, you support us? Yes. Who's the best marketer we can hire for the next 2 years? Are you willing to help us find that guy? And you don't think Musk knows that, or David Sachs knows that guy, or Rogan has these calls? Bro, let's use our contact to put a super-ass team together to play ball. And I guarantee you, if you hired a super team to work with you, some people may say, well, maybe he's done that. Nobody knows about it. Really? You think the super team would have allowed the book to do what it did? I don't think so. I think it would have been a completely different story. Again, to me, he's president, Trump's president, we're fine because we need somebody that's strong to fight off against all the bullshit that's going on in the world today. This is not a picking favorites. This is about the more both sides are fighting their arguments in a better way, we have a better chance of having somebody. When I just don't see them playing offense, it's disappointing. But again, I may be wrong. I'm not a political strategist. I'm a pure marketer and a strategist from the sense of business point. Not from when I'm competing with different people in the insurance space, I have to figure out a way what that guy's strength is, what my weakness is, what his weakness is, what my strength is. These are not complicated conversations to be having. So I just don't know who they're hiring behind closed doors. Hey, Musk, you really want me to win? I need your help. You don't think Musk would help him? Do you think they've had that meeting before? I hope they have. Do you think he's coming to Miami, Musk, end of the month? I hope he's meeting with DeSantis. Have they had these meetings? Has he sat down with Rogan? Is he having these conversations with Schwartzman? Maybe they are, maybe they're not. But they have access to these people to hire. So if you really want me, show up. Show up. Give me some of those guys.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.